Hello my friends, welcome to Reddit Rabbit. Before we start, catch the rabbit at the bottom right corner, smash that subscribe button and leave a comment. r/Showerthoughts. As a child, it seemed like parents had eyes on the back of their heads. As adults, it's clear that little kids are extremely predictable. I used to try bunny ears on my mom, but I unknowingly was doing it in front of the microwave, so she would call me out on it. Wasn't until I was like 16 when she told me she'd been watching my reflection. I remember as a kid trying to sneak up on my mum washing dishes, with the window right above the sink and my reflection super obvious. Right as I snuck up close to her, I paused to take a deep breath to yell and she turned around and scared me twice as hard. We still laugh about it today. When I visit and she's doing dishes, I'll pretend to sneak up on her and we'll bust out laughing. I have a soft spot for silly family jokes like this. My son played Uno with my mum and they used her new giant paper-sized cards. He kept winning that night. Kid confessed later he was looking at the reflection of the cards in her glasses. I was proud and concerned. Or, what a cute little evil genius. I thought adults could read my mind, because whenever I lied, they always knew. I recently saw an old home movie of myself lying. Imagine you instructed a 6-year-old to do their impression of a guilty child. My kid was in the bathroom, he walked out and said, "Mummy, I didn't touch your nail polish remover." Like dude, you just dobbed yourself in by saying that. If only he knew to come out saying something like, "Damn, whose nail polish remover is that in there? It is fricked up, you'd better go check it out." And then leave before they decide to question you further. Time our head out. Kid just walks out the door and leaves somewhere else for a while. I snorted out loud reading this. Thanks for the laugh. Just pictured some kid camped out in the woods muttering to himself, "nail polish remover." Thanks for that visual. Made me expel air from my nose extremely fast. Did you brush your teeth? Yeah. Smell my breath. Smells like you just rubbed toothpaste on your mouth with your finger and you were just in there for 30 seconds. Did you really brush your teeth? No. Go back in there and brush your damn teeth. Now I have to come in there to watch you and set a 2-minute timer. Gum. Kid stomps back into the bathroom. They spend so much more effort on subversion and lying than actually doing what you asked them to do in the first place. My kid knows I'll always call bullet on him. I don't know why he tries so hard to try to trick me. For that once in a blue moon time that it works that you're too tired to call him on it. And he thinks he won. Small victories, I guess. I welcome the challenges on my level of attention. It helps to keep me in check as a parent. He does win sometimes, but at least he knows I try to keep his ass in check. Bottom line is you've gotta brush your teeth. It's important. My brother, 2 cousins and I were throwing a ball against the metal garage door. We were shocked, amazed and flabbergasted when my mum shouted at us to stop. That and strategic use of reflective surfaces. LOL, yeah, I learned that the hard way when I was 13. We all had iPads for use in class. My dumbass at 9 AM thought it was a good idea to fully turn the iPad away from the teacher. I was sitting in front of the class. Plus it was still a little dawning outside, so when I turned my iPad, the screen directly reflected onto the window. The teacher legit watched my playing a caterpillar game for 5 minutes before she said something. How old are you? I remember when my school got the first computers they'd ever had. Also, I teach university and sometimes I'll let the 18-year-old undergrads get away with stuff just cause I'm tired. Hell, sometimes I'll let the PhD students get away with stuff cause I'm tired and I know damn well they must be tired too. My brothers are 18 years older than I am. But I always hear the story about my mum giving them PBJ sandwiches and they tried to hide the sandwiches under the plates to make it look like they ate. The plates were clear. I still remember the time I realized my mum didn't have eyes in the back of her head. I was in the living room doing something I shouldn't have been doing, and she told me to stop, and I looked behind me towards the kitchen and there she was with her back towards me. And then I looked a little further over and made eye contact with her in the mirror on our kitchen wall and it suddenly just clicked. The world lost a little magic that day. What makes you think she needed the mirror? Yeah, The mirror was just to drive the point home via the glare. Can confirm. As a parent, over the years I've become really good at identifying noises and the lack thereof. For example, my youngest likes to rock his chair on two legs while he's sitting down. The noise it makes is totally different from a regular one when just shifting around in your seat. Also, if you hear a strange breaky noise across the house followed by dead silence, it's a clear indication that something is up. My kid biting her fingernails while I'm staring at her. Me. Hey, don't bite your nails. Pulls blanket over her head. Me. Don't bite your nails under there. Her. How did you know I'm doing that? Me. Person facepalming. My version. My kid biting her fingernails while I'm staring at her. Me. What are you doing? Her. Moves hand away from mouth. Nothing. Me. You were biting your nails. Her. Getting upset. No, I wasn't. Me. I watched you doing it. Huh? No. I just had my finger like this. Puts fingertip on lip. That's my 3-year-old exactly. Except his is like 15. Or. No. You just never take your eyes off of them to begin with. Legit, take your eyes off a kid and they will mess stuff up so fast you'll wonder if they had an accomplice in the shadows watching and waiting for that perfect moment. Have more kids and be forced to rule with an iron fist. Delegate, and form complex sibling hierarchies. Nah, it's pretty straightforward. Oldest has to shovel the it, youngest is the spoiled one. I forgot what the middle one was. Oh well. The middle one is the one with anger issues. First they gotta deal with an older sibling who they hate, then they don't get to be the baby and get jealous of the youngest. As a kid I thought I was being sneaky all the time, and when I would get caught I would be completely confused. Now a father of 3 aging 8, 5, 2, I understand that I was never a sneaky kid, because I catch my kids in everything they do. Absolutely, kids think they are deceiving you when in reality they are extremely obvious and terrible at lying. I remember one story. I was getting ready for school one morning and I was asking my mum for permission to do something or another. Can't remember what it was that I wanted. May have been that I wanted to spend the night at my friend's house. Something trivial. Anyway, she objected and wouldn't give me permission. Then she left for work. The moment she left, I turned and kicked the wall out of frustration and put a huge hole in the drywall. I didn't realize how flimsy that stuff is. My foot went right through the wall. And then, as luck would have it, I saw my mum pulling back into the driveway because she forgot something. I panicked, put my book bag in front of the hole so she couldn't see it. When my mum walked in I was all nonchalant and said, "Well, I'm off to school." Then I removed my book bag and pretended to be shocked by the hole. I literally said, "Oh no, Mom, I think we have mice." The look she gave me when I said that, it was written plain as day on her face that she was thinking, did I really give birth to this dumbass? But she didn't say anything, just face palmed and shook her head, walked right back out the door. I actually learned how to patch walls when I was 15. I remember her asking my mum if I could go play basketball with my friends. I was grounded, and she said no, and I argued with her, and she got to the point where she was gonna get mad. So, I stopped arguing and stormed off into my bedroom and punched my wall, and put a big hole in it. And I also bruised my hand pretty good, because it was right next to a stud. And she came in, called me a dumbass. I showed her my hand, she slapped it, and made me patch the wall. I haven't hit a wall since. And as kids we think our lies are just top notch. But in reality, we looked and sounded like idiots. And I always think to myself, did I sound that stupid? Or are my kids just that bad at lying? I once stole a full pack of cigarettes from my mum expecting no one would notice. She went for one after having not long been to the shops and was like, what the frick? Suddenly skinny little 13-year-old me walks past with his box-shaped pocket like I'm going out, see ya. My sister once took every pack in a carton and unpacked it. So when my mum opened it, all the tobacco fell out. Every single cigarette and every single pack. My mum thought that it was the company's fault for a long time. It was hilarious. What was the intention here? A harmless prank? Make your mum quit smoking? Anyways, it does sound really funny, lol. I might try it with my dad next time I catch him buying smokes. He promised he would quit. When I was little I used to throw them straight in the bin. Got in trouble every time, and even though my mum eventually quit smoking, it was for a completely different reason. Having a child worried for your health doesn't seem to be a big factor in quitting. Or the kid's health. Secondhand smoke. My parents used to smoke in the living room. My old room was next to it. I lived there from 1419. They didn't really believe in secondhand smoke. This was like 2009 to 2012 we're talking, so not the 70s or something. After I moved out and came back about 6 months later for some clothes, they reeked of cig smoke. I realized that I probably smelled like it and concerned some high school teachers, but because I was basically constantly noseblind, I didn't notice. My mum passed, but oddly enough one of my favorite scents was cigarette smoke mixed with her perfume in an old hoodie I kept stealing from her.